everybody, and welcome back to Live from the Works and to Streaming Wednesdays, live from the shed once again. How are we all doing? I hope we're well. I'm not. My day's been a pile of shit. Sorry, I'm getting the swearing in early. Yeah. Life sucks, then you die. It's fine. Not fine, but it's fine. Who we got in the chat room? Ravenhawk is here. Hello to you. And Prince of Winstonia is here. Hello to you too. And there is somebody lurking. Hello, lurking person. How is the audio, by the way? I brought the headset back out. I had a crack at Zoom rather than Teams. And I think the video quality was better, but the audio quality was still rubbish. So yeah, we'll see how this goes with the headset as well. Also, I've got a bell. I don't know if you can hear it though, so you're going to have to tell me. Bear with me a second. I don't know if that's any good. If it isn't, never mind. If it is, cool. I basically bought this so I can play Signal Box. Call attention. And that is requesting permission for a stopping passenger service. And then I've forgotten what good service is. Nope, can't remember. I'm sure someone will remind me. Audio is okay, but a little quiet. Well, I might pop down to the studio and adjust the fader in a minute, because I think that's probably the problem. I can hear you just fine. Good, excellent. Right. First things first, I'm going to stick a light loco out and go and collect a passenger train. I think we put out City of Peterborough. Let's whip over to the close-up camera so we can see this happening in action. Here we go. That is the overhead view. Hello. And if we go over to here, turn off shed camera. There we go. It's working. Fantastic. You got Foxcote Manor there with the freight today. Let us get City of Peterborough out of the shed. There we go. And what we're going to do is going to bring her over here to the ground frame and just give her a gentle nudge while she gets stuck on the points. There we go. That's it. Park her here. And then the signalman is going to get a request. So he would get a phone call. That's the one at Scratchwood East, which is over in the direction of travel of the freight train. And we will request, he will request to offer a light loco to Scratchwood Junction, which he does by going call attention and then getting 2-2-1. And then that will be accepted. So on that basis, he will let the light loco out. And away she goes. And we'll go to the overhead view now. And just gently roll the carriages back because, you know, there are many things here, but realism is not one of them. Hand of God for everything. Here we go. Don't worry about the lacquer, it's my other phone streaming the video to the TV. I've got a dodgy wire, so I need two phones to watch and type messages at the same time. Excellent. I've just realised that engine is going the wrong way. That is excellent. Okay. Fortunately, I've got a thing for that. I have an uncoupler under the desk. So let's go in here and uncouple. And we'll send the light loco back round to go and collect the train from there. That's a cracking view. It's a good view, that, isn't it? Close-up camera's doing its magic. Right then, so hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, no. Let's try that again. And now we send the light loco round. We do it probably this time. Hawkstone, great minds. Cheers. Yes, I wanted to drink. Because why the hell not? It's been one of those days. Right. carriage is back here. There we go. Right. Whiz the light loco off. And in fact, bring this camera around here. We can get a close-up shot of it coupling. In theory, if we don't send it into the yard first, which I appear to have done. Oh, it's all gone wrong. She's derailing on the shed road. What is this, a certain steam railway? There we are, right. Just realised the goods train's still stopped. Not to worry. Send that on its way. Right. Back to the overview. There we are. And off she goes. Tum-ti-tum, da-da-da-dee, da-dum. Da-da-da-doo-da-dee. Here we are. Overhead camera view. Close-up camera view. Jennifer Kirky. Your heart out. Right. And coupled. Nice. Now we're going to offer an express passenger. Which will be accepted. And away we go. Just after the freight train has gone past. So I can show that off. There we are. Don't know if you could hear that, but we'll give it a go. And regulator open. And off we go. Excuse me. The layout's looking quite good. I'm happy with this. I've nailed all the fences down since last week. And I'll show you something else in a minute, which, oh, hold on, just re-rail that. Just a second, there we go, that's better. Right. And we're off. And back into the overview, which is much better quality than the Teams call, I got to say. So we might stick with this for most of the stream. You need a whistle as well, Isabel. I do need a whistle. I have a whistle inside. I might go and get it in a minute. I do want to get a whistle for out here. So I might buy a cheap Acme Thunderer, because they are the go-to whistles for this sort of thing. Right. Oh, hang on. Coach has come off. Fold the coach back on. There we go. That's it. Give City of Peterborough about speed. There we go. Hello, Ace of Riddles. How are you? A whistle. Steam whistle. Train entering section. Okay, something is making you very unhappy just there, and I am going to figure out what it is. I think it's probably the points. Yeah, try that now. See if that makes the situation any better. Anyway, yes, trains flying around the place, which is lovely to see. I've got a very 1960s vibe going on this evening. Oh, that's better. Seems a bit happier now. Lovely. I've got a full 5-car rake of Mark 1s going on there, which is quite neat. A couple of things have changed on the layout itself. Let me just turn this charging cable to its regular position, and I'll show you around. So one of the things I've done is I've added Scratchwood Junction signs to the subway here. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can get that a bit closer. There we are. That's probably a better view from there, actually. There you go. You can see that there. So that is something I've done. And then if we come over here, you'll be able to see the other thing I've done, which is the telegraph poles now have cables that run into the ground. which is quite neat. And then all of the fencing is now screwed down and completed. We have a complete circuit of fences around the whole thing now. And it's most excellent, I have to say. I'm really happy with that. I think that's looking terrific. Hang on a second. Just that. Get that close-up camera in a position that's nice. About here looks good. There we are. Nice. Good, just tired as it's been a long day. Oh, good. I'm pleased to hear it. That has come off. 1 second. Re-railed. There we go. Nice. The distance apart between these two signal boxes is ridiculous, but we're not going to worry about it too much. Now, what we are going to do, however, is pull the signal boxes over here because I've got some stuff. That's right, stuff that we can do with those. Let's just check the close-up camera view there. There we go. Nice. Let's get that down there. And I will get the stuff. Second. So, over here somewhere, I've got a parcel. Where's my parcel gone? There it is. Right. Hey, that's it. Right. Dum-de-dum. Right then. Over here. I will pop in a minute and do something about the sound. Turn the volume up a little bit. Right, I've got some scissors there. First things first, I've got these signalling staff, which we're going to put in the signal box. I quite like those. I think they're neat. Right, got that. And we have here a parcel, which I'm not going to show you the label of, because I don't want to dox myself. There we are. Parcel, right. Take the paper, fling that vaguely in that direction, knock it onto the track, panic, and stop everything. It was bound to happen, so may as well make it part of the plan. Right. Up we come. Right. As you were, team. Right. Let's get this box open, and I'll show you what delights await us inside. Because rather than replacing the signal boxes, I have decided to replace some pieces on them and enhance them. I know. I'm recycling, effectively. Right, here we go. There we go. This is well packaged, I'll give them that. Right. No, I think that's everything. Right. Tell you that. Toss it over that way because we don't need it. Right. This is not what I thought it was. Okay, never mind. We're not doing signal box enhancements today, apparently. What we are doing is popping a spare pillar onto the canopy. Okay, well, that is somewhat disappointing. That is not what I thought it would be. Well, hopefully those will come tomorrow, in which case, great. Never mind. Right, okay. Yeah, these are spare bits for the signal box canopy. Not for the signal box canopy, for the station canopy. So, right, okay, no signal box changes today. That's fine. No issue there. because we have other stuff to get on with. Right. Bring you over here a moment, and then rotate you so you can see what's going on, and bring the camera up. So you see here, this does not currently have a pillar because it got broken. So I've got a replacement. It's very simple. We just lift that off, pop the replacement one in, and then slide that back on. And voila, the canopy is complete again. Excellent stuff. Right, those can go in the scenery box. Always good to hang on to spare bits and bobs, I think. Right. So one of the little jobs I want to do today is think about roads. Now, roads-wise, I want to have a road along here. I want a road over here where the town is going to be, about here. I want to run a road that looks like it sort of plugs in here, but we're not going to actually lay a road that plugs in here. We're just going to do a... Oh, my train has run into the back of itself. That's not very good. Right, 1 second. We'll deal with that in a second. There you go. See what's happened there. Right. Oh, I'm getting a buzzing noise. I don't want a buzzing noise. I want to mute it. Let's have a quick look here, see what that message is. And I just realized that has muted or got rid of the thing. Have a quick look in here. Anything important? It is a message in the family group chat, which is lovely. Right. Pop you back down there and we'll deal with that problem. Right. Okay. So I've got my little uncoupler here, which is neat. I'll just slip that under there. And bosh, uncoupled. Right. No, other way, other way. Useless. Right, let's try that again. Uncoupler tool. Here we go. You roll off that way. And we'll send our train off to collect you. There we go. Oh, I do like a little bit of drama, don't you? Right. Find my hook, put the uncoupler on it. In fact, I can show you that. So what I got going on under here, there you go. See, little hook with the uncoupler on it. Over there is all my electrical gubbins. That's the floor of the shed. This is where I store all my stuff. And that there is the wiring for the controller. All thoroughly dull and uninteresting. But we do have interesting things to look at, which are trains. So, there we go. Right. Anywho, right. Never seen those subway platforms before. They're new to me. They're a nice touch. I've had these ages. They're great fun. I kind of prefer them to having a footbridge, although a footbridge would be nice. I think that they're just a bit more compact. So, yeah, I like them. I think they look good. Can you guys hear that bell? That's... Seems like you can. I know what the audio quality is like anymore. The headset, I think, is improving things. So I think we will stick with... Oh, lost our train again. We will stick with our headset going forward because that seems to give us consistent audio. And I think what happened in the garden the other week was I did not realise that the audio, that the headset had a microphone in it. And that's where the audio was coming from, which was not terribly bright. And indeed, ding, ding. The video quality of the Teams call is not great, so we won't stick with it too often. It's fine for sort of little bit of close-up stuff, but don't want to make a habit of it, frankly. There we go. There we go. Audio's all fine. Good. I don't need to turn it up then, I guess. Oh. It's not quite as slick a setup as actually in the studio itself, but I will work with it because it looks good. Footbridge would look good as well. Make it authentic like my local station and paint it rust coloured. That would be good. I could put a footbridge in. Hang on a minute, I'll show you on the close-up camera. I could put one in here and move this along to here, maybe. That wouldn't look too bad. And we've lost a coach again. Uncoupler tool. Up you come. Here we are. Right. It's nice that everything is in reach. Right, back you go to go and get your coach. There we go. Anyway, yes, so one of the little jobs I wanted to do, as I say, was put roads in. So road along here, road where the town is. I'm going to put quite a lot of tarmac around the station area just to make it look a bit real, and then run road along here, sort of end it by the church, just with a little turn back thing, I suppose, but also have a bit of tarmac over here because I've got a little garage that I'd like to put in, and that's going to sort of form a base for where most of my vehicles are going to sit, or at least that's the idea. I'll move the vehicles around the layout as and when I need them, because as I say, when I'm doing live streams, this bit is going to be my review area, and the laptop, not laptop, sorry, the tablet through which I run the stream is going to sit here, which is where it is at the moment. But I can probably do that and fit the buildings in. We will try that in a moment. But what we're going to do first is take some A4 paper together, lay it down on here, and try and draw ourselves a little road network. That coupling is useless. Come back here. There we go. Absolutely useless. The local station, Tane, has a great bridge, but it's so rusty. I'm always amazed it hasn't fallen down yet. So I don't think I've planned anything around that bit of the world, but a good rusty footbridge is always good. Well, a good footbridge is always good. A rusty one isn't so good. Right. There we go. Oh. Incidentally, I have also given up on running music in here, but I might just play some for my own amusement. Just see how that goes. Oh, no. Come on, behave. There we are. Right. Off we go then. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move you over here. Spin you around a little. Oh, hang on. Something's come off the track. So you get a decent view over here. Let me just check that. Is that okay? That looks all right. Maybe more this way. There we are. You can still see the trains then. Right, we'll get rid of this tablet. We don't need that currently. Hold on. And back on the track you go. That's it. Right. There. Right. Oh. God, hang on. Okay, so. Oh, something's still off. Something's really unhappy. One tick. Back on the rails you go. Right then. Right, ditch the tablet. Don't need the tablet for the moment. So we'll ditch that. Right. We will ditch this one as well, but we do still need it. So we'll just ditch the power cable and we can move it around as and when we need it. Okay. So. Oh, hang on. What did I just kick over? Was it expensive? I hope not. Right. Move the chair over here. Because we might need that in a bit. But we don't need it right now. Go. Nice. Okay. Right. Let's bring the close-up camera down here a minute. Sit down there, and I'll show you what I'm up to. Dum-dum-dum. There we are. That's better. Right. So, what I've got here is a load of paper. And what I've got here is some sellotape. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay out the paper on the track, draw my road layout, and then cut it out, and then use that to cut out some roofing felt. That's the plan. Will it work? Who the hell knows? We'll give it a good go. Anyway, right, so come with me. I'm going to bring you back up here a moment. Stick you over there, because that feels like a sensible place to start. Right. Out of the way. Right. And probably move the war memorial as well. So I'll pop that back in place in a minute. Right. So. Fold this. I'll have to try and tape these on the underside. We'll see how we get on. What I also want to do is run a path from the church down to the gate and sort of onto the road, but I will probably freehand that rather than tape it, and we'll see how it looks. Right. Right. Stage 1 completed. Now, step 2, get out some road vehicles, because I want to use them to judge how wide my road should be. So, where's my bus gone? I had a bus in here somewhere. Where's that ended up? Is it under things? It must be under things. Or is it in that other box? Hold on a second. There she is. There we are. Right. We've got a steamroller there and a bus. And the idea is we're going to be able to pass both on the road. So, starting there. Right, first things first, let's get my ruler out and we'll start penciling this all together. Oh, where's my ruler gone? Had it here somewhere. What have you done with it? I definitely brought it out. I know where it's gone. For sake. This is about in line with how the day's gone, to be honest. Right, there's the ruler. Found that. There was definitely a pencil. I just don't know what I've done with it, which is annoying. Right. What are we going to do? Check around the place again. Make sure I've not put it down somewhere smart. I don't think I have. That's really annoying. Bother. Here, no. Here, no. Well, there's the ruler. Pencil. What would I have done with it? I have got some benches. No, sorry, some gravestones, rather. I do need benches and trees, which I don't currently have. Small trees, I'm thinking. Okay, I've no idea where my pencil's gone, so I'm going to go and get another one. You stay here and enjoy the trains. I'll be right back. I'm back. Right, here we go. I'll pop up here. Right. So we've got that side of the road. Put a bus in there. Steamroller in there. And this way, you go, well, our road width is going to look like. Give it a little bit of leeway. That'll do. Nice. Okay. Freehand that corner. How wide is that? That is about 3 inches. So reduce the width ever so slightly there. There we go. And then let me get my garage out and I'll work this out. Maybe a tiny crow or two. Yes, crows for the graveyard. Love it. Brilliant idea. think we'll widen. Okay, so we got our little garage area here. I've drawn out. We've got a road that sort of curves round and sort of goes off in this direction. We've got the signal box here. Probably not going to do anything with the signal box because that's not supposed to be accessible from the street. So we'll probably leave the signal box where it is. But what I do want to do is think about doing just a little footpath. I need a little person. Luckily, I've got a pot of those, so did someone call the midwife? Right, so here's my thinking. Stick you there. Stick you on the paper a minute. There we are. Or not, we'll just lay you down. That's fine too. Right, okay, so hand draw the path. It doesn't need to be perfect. That's not wide enough. We'll bring that around a bit. Okay. About that. Yeah, that looks better. Right. Do that, and then just tear that a little bit off. We'll tape that in and there, like so. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just needs to be good enough that I can follow it. Is the thinking. And possibly even follow it in a straight line. There's a thought. So. Okay, I can't really reach that, but actually, no, I can. That's fine. We'll do that. And then tear ourselves off another bit. Again, doesn't need to be perfect. Just needs to be possible. Right. I'm going to need my ladder for this bit. 1 second. Pencil. Must have had it somewhere. What did I do with it? Ah, on the chair. Just going to freehand this. Here we are. Done. Lovely. And that there is our first template. So let me talk you through it. Path from the church, path down to the road there, which just sort of ends. Then we've got the little garage there, and that goes alongside the station up to town at the other end, which I will do separately. But this, I think I can cut out of one piece. So I'm going to attempt it badly. Let's see how we go. Right. And if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world because, you know, stuff and junk. Right. Right, let's lift buildings and things out of the way. And buses, so we don't need you right now. And let's try and bring this as much as we can in one piece down onto the floor. Out we go. Right. Well, we'll try and cut this up into a decent shape. Or attempt to. Right. Right, I need one teeny piece of sellotape. Just to take the church path. There we go. Oh, right. Oh, what's come off? A whole coach. Damn it. Right, back you come. Gently does it. Right. These older points are not great. That's better. Right. Right then. You cannot see a damn thing from there, can you? Hang on. Put you on Jacob's little table. That feels like a sensible thing to do. Right. Here we go. What do we think of this sort of layout, by the way? I know about this bit at the end. I may try and freehand that a bit more when I actually come to cutting it. But what do we think of that as a concept? He says, treading on it and screwing it all over the place. My thinking is the garage come yard area would be quite substantially sized. So we got that. We got the road running down to the church, and then we just got the little footpath, which will also be made of tarmac. I just don't know about this end bit. What do we think? Just gonna come here and have a drink real quick. Let you soak that in. I'm going to start cutting it anyway, and we'll see how we go. Okay. There is the option of freehanding some of this, admittedly, but hang on. I don't know how long you've been staring at a frozen image for, but I've made some progress. Oh, nearly there. Right. So we'll cut out this little bit. Voila! Road layout, I think. Move all the offcuts. I'm going to stick that on the layout and see if that still makes sense. Who knows? Let's find out. Right, okay. It does make sense, but we're missing a straight piece of road, which is not an ideal start. So let's just quickly untangle this and stick that back on to the rest of the template, for God's sake. Hang on a minute. Yes, that sort of makes sense still. Excellent. Good. Right then. Now I've just got to work out how to translate this onto roofing felt. And a Dalek. There will be Daleks, I promise you. Oh, tablet's been knocked over. It's all going brilliantly. Hold on. Let's switch back to the shed camera for a minute until I sort out the technical difficulties. Right. The technical difficulties, incidentally, is the name of my new prog rock band. Let's see. Why are you not live? What is the problem with you? May have to go to VCam to sort that out. 1 second. New camera connected. Yes, use the new camera, please. Thank you very much and good night. I've done something to my leg, which is deeply upsetting. So, yeah, right. Let's... let us adjourn to the deck where we can cut this out properly, in theory. So, shed camera off. Right. Come with me. Right. I'm thinking on the deck, we've got a nice lot of space where we can cut this out properly, potentially. Right. And see how that goes. Okay. Now I just need a piece of roofing felt that's long enough. Let me go grab that. Right. This is promising. Not quite. Okay, fine. That may be a town one. Is this one better? No. Okay. What we may end up doing is doing this in two halves. Okay. Or maybe even more. Right. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We cut the main road section, we cut the garage section, and then we cut the path. That's what I'm thinking. Come on, focus. Ta-da! One road piece. That looks all right, you know. I'm quite happy with that. Right. Let's go and stick it on the track and see how it looks. Might be terrible. We'll see. Right. Nope. Is that exactly the way it absolutely has? Hold on. There we are. That's better. Right. How long has it been like that? Oh, and quite neatly, the roofing felt sits quite happily on the felt and doesn't move. Which is a nice added bonus. I like that. Right. Hang on a minute. Bus. Steamroller. Yes, they can pass just, which is pretty much what I wanted. Nice. How do we reckon that looks? Because I'm quite pleased with that. I think that looks pretty great, actually. And then the garage is going to go over here, which is what I will cut out next, I think. I mean, it doesn't look perfect, but I didn't want it to look perfect. I wanted it to look real, I guess. I might trim this a little bit, actually. So that corner's a little bit sharp. Although, a sharp corner's not the end of the world. Ah, screw it. That'll do. Right. There we go. Right. Let's go back out and cut the next bit, which will be the garage, I think, next. I'm going to save myself some cutting and just line this up with the edge, I think. There we are. Nice. And then go. Right. Back inside, see if that matches with the road. Da-da-da. There we go, and then get our garage. I don't want to get much closer to the fence than that, but what I can do is, where's my garage gone? Have I lost it? Oh no, it's over here. That's why. There we are. Right. Take that on there, like so. And actually, can we get that further back and move the other road slightly? That might be good. Yeah. Park the steamroller here. I think it being off the road makes sense. I'll put some other vehicles around here too. Oh man, this looks so great. I'm so happy with it. Ah, amazing. It looks like a sock. I guess it kind of does, yeah. Right, so we've got that bit. I might just chop that bit off ever so slightly because it's not quite in line with the road. That's better. Beautiful. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. I think that looks pretty damn good. Happy. Right. Park bus there. Steamroller goes there. Nice. In my head, this little road mainly serves the garage and the church, of course. And then over here, I'm going to put the war memorial because that makes sense in my head that this road must go somewhere. And where it goes is the war memorial, which is here. There we are. Nice. And then the church sits there. Right. Let us go and cut out the what we're doing next. I can't remember. This has an annoying curve in it, which I'm not too worried about, admittedly, but I may recut this. Can I be bothered to recut this? I mean, potentially. Not tonight. I may do it another time. But yeah, I think this looks okay. Actually, if I'm putting a road vehicle on there. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not too fussed. Not too worried about that. does look good, doesn't it? I'm quite pleased with it. Roads. They're the future, apparently. Right. Okay. Let's put you in with our little people. And let's go back outside and cut ourselves a church path and see if that looks good. I should probably, I now realise, have taped this to the roofing felt first. But too late do we think of these things, so never mind. You can't see a damn thing because I put that in the wrong place, but never mind. I am a professional, allegedly. Professional what? Who knows? Right. I think we're going to need the ladder for this bit. Need scissors to cut that bit, but that is pretty much spot on. Okay. Oh, I am loving this. I think this looks brilliant. The path going up to the church. Oh, mwah! That's amazing. I mean, it looks a bit rough and ready as paths go, but paths tend to, so I'm not too worried. We have roads. They look good. Oh, I love it. I'm still not sure about the curve in that road. What do you guys think? Is that noticeable? I like the garage. The garage is looking good. Let's shove that way a little bit. There we are. That's it. And then road heading out that way. I like it. I don't think it's perfect, but it does look good. I don't hate it, which is kind of the point. Hello, Karen. Nice to see you. Looks good, albeit like a sock. That's fine. Looks so cool. Can Daleks draw us tarmac, I wonder? Or roofing felt even? We can find out, I suppose. Elevate, and then they can traverse the felt actually on the roof. Good point. Oh, dear. Right. Oh, you know what? No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. It looks good. Oh, I'm really happy with that. I can't decide whether to redo this bit or not. I think probably not. Because he looks okay. And okay is half the battle, I think. We'll live with okay, ultimately. Right. Roads are not perfectly straight, is my argument. So actually, a little bit of a wiggle in it, in the tarmac, is not the end of the world. So I'm not going to worry about it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Right. Let's see here. I want to do the town, but I can't decide if I can be bothered to do that tonight or not. I might just lay the buildings out initially and then worry about cutting the roofing felt for the town another time. Go cover my bits and bobs from here. I think everything's looking a bit stark at the moment because that just sort of ends. And I think if that doesn't just sort of end anymore, that will look a lot better because it will just sort of plumb into an existing road network. So it won't look quite so... Ugh. Do you know, I might just trim this edge so it doesn't look quite so in your face. I'm going to keep my cutout template because you never know when stuff like that might prove useful. And, you know, I'm all about the useful stuff. So, let's see. I can go in. Oops. Okay, nice. Okay. Where's my scissors? No, that's the little scissors. Although, little scissors will probably do for this. I just want to... See, that's got more of a wiggle in it now, so it doesn't look quite so in your face. Maybe I can just take up a little bit more of that edge just to make the point. Yeah, that looks a little bit less obvious now. I don't hate that. Let me see it from this side. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Yeah. Well, in fact, do you know what? I'm not going to redo it in its entirety, but I am just going to cut that edge. 1 second. I'll take this outside. Be right back. That looks a bit better. Just want to redo that bit there because that's looking a bit rough around the edges. But oh yeah, yeah, that looks better. That looks really good, like that. I mean, it's no longer wide enough to pass a whole vehicle down, but actually it doesn't need to be because it's a little side road along the side of a station. It doesn't need to be perfect. The plague doctor has arrived. Hello, Dr. Busy. Ah, behold my shiny new road network. It looks so good. Oh man. Right. Okay. Um, let's move you over here, and let's move these road vehicles because they're in my way. And we'll stick you there, and we'll move the stuff here around because then we can start thinking about setting up the town. Which is going to be here. Can I bring over the close-up camera? Yes, I can, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Here we are. Right. There we are. Right, now, get some more A4 paper. Uh, Okay. Let's take this together. Right. Or attempt to. Right. It doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to hold together. Right. Let's lay out the buildings. Right. Police station. Pub. What else we got in here? House. Another house. I think that's the lot, is it? Yes. Right. Just the four. Okay. So here's my thinking. House. Other house. Police station here. And then next to the police station, we've got another little building here. Hold on a second. It's a little shop called Brett Fabrics. Which I'm going to put in right next to the police station. In fact, we could probably bring these around a bit. Let's pop the double terrace there, single terrace there. Bring this round here. There we go. That's it. There we are. Nice. And then finally the pub, which can go just here, like so. Cool. What do we make of that? Does that look all right? I'm quite pleased with that. What does the back of the police station look like? Right, there's no door there, so that's just fine. Put that there. Then we've got our houses here. Right, let's see. So it's a junction just here. The road ends, right? First of all. Okay. That has got the makings of a functional road network, sort of. Hold on. Right. All right. How are we doing there? Do I listen to Muse and have I heard their newest album? I do listen to Muse. I've not heard their newest album. Train has quite a lot of cargo, indeed. Glad to be of service. Thanks, Door. Yes, everyone knows that reference, or they better. I'm doing all right considering Dr. Busy. I've had a crap day, so you know, I could be better, but I could also be worse, I suppose. So you know, there's that. Right. Let's carefully relocate our buildings, which we don't currently need. Right. And then somehow we've got to extricate this lot without totally damaging the joint. Right. Right, now we've got to cut this up with scissors. Oh dear. What am I doing with my life? Right, give me a second. Okay. Oh dear. Right. Need a couple of bits more sellotape, but we are doing quite well. Is that a GWR Manor going around? It is. It's Foxcoat Manor in BR Black. Right. Yeah. Let's pop that in. Ta-da! That is a pretty good looking road layout, if I do say so myself. I do want to just shove this back this way a bit, because this is all over the shop. Hold on a second. Okay, cool. Right. I had some cider left, didn't I? Mm. Nice. Right. I am going to attempt to take this to some roofing felt and see what we can achieve. Although it may be too dark to be doing this, so maybe not. Do you know what? I'm going to leave this for tonight. Come back to it another time, because the last thing I want to do is balls it up. So let's try not to balls it up. I feel like this needs to come this way a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to be close enough. Because I can always trim bits off of here, can't I? And that's not the end of the world. So go in there. I can always trim things. Right. I'm going to leave that there, I think. Right. Where is my studio camera? There it is. Lovely. Right. Let's pop these buildings back, actually. Let's try and get them in where I want them to go. Do you like the vote Dalek posters in the window of this shop, by the way? That idea made me chuckle, so I did it. Because I thought, why the hell not? Giggles and so forth. Right. So if I just cut back to the close-up camera ever so briefly, there we are. This is what the town will broadly look like, and then we'll have sort of a grassy bit in the middle that I don't really know what I'm going to do with yet, but I'll think about it. I'm sure I can come up with something. But yes, this is, broadly speaking, what the plan is. And at some point, I'll come back out here and cut some more road pieces out to put here. Because I think the roads look quite good. I'm quite happy with these. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. I'm really enjoying the layout. I think it's looking fantastic. Once I've got the roads in completely, it will look even better, I think. But I really like this. I don't hate this road being here. I don't. It's nice, and we still got room to put stuff like so. There we are, track rubber and so forth. And it looks good. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Let's move the tablet back where it's going to live, because I want to know that, yes, I'm going to have plenty of room there. There we are. With all the buildings in as well. I just might need to move some vehicles around occasionally, which is not the end of the world. Pop that there. Traction engine lives there. Got a police car. Police car can live outside the police station, of course. And that's good. I'm happy with that. Hey, this wasn't a total waste of my time. Anyway. Train entering section. Train not going anywhere because we're switching off for the night. Let's back up City of Peterborough, actually. Park her next to Foxcote Manor. So I feel like that should be our closing shot for the night. There we are. Bring the camera over here. Let's see how that looks. Nice. I'm happy with that. Right, I'm going to go to bed because it's been a crap day. I'd like to go and lie in bed and try not to think about it too much. Yay. Life is not always great. But sometimes there's steam trains. So, you know, screw it. Let's just run everything around one more time. And then we'll call it a day. This has been live from the works, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this silly little stream. Next week, we'll probably do something out here again because I'm enjoying this at the moment. And I want to get some stuff done before I get bored. Next week, I've got some signals coming. So hopefully we'll put some signals in. We'll look at restoring the signal boxes to their former glory as proper Hornby models. And then what will we do? What we'll probably do is, if I haven't done it already, I'll finish off the road. And then we're basically done, apart from putting people on. And people are very important because they are what are going to bring the layout to life. At the moment, it's a little bit lifeless. Looks a little bit like the rapture has happened. Here comes Foxcote Manor. We'll stop her at the signal. Passenger entering section. Just park that there. Nice. Right. Good night, everybody. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you again very, very soon indeed. Goodbye.